31 నెల క్రితం తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం దేశంలో 29వ రాష్ట్రంగా ఏర్పడిందని మన అందరికీ తెలుసు. అతి పిన్న వయసులో గల తెలంగాణ వడివడిగా బంగారు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంగా అభివృద్ధి చెందే లక్ష్యంతో అనేక చర్యలు తీసుకుంటుంది. ఇప్పటి వరకు మనం సాధించిన విజయాలు ప్రజా సంక్షేమ కోసం భవిష్యత్తులో చేపట్టబోయే పలు ప్రణాళికత గురించి క్లుప్తంగా సమీక్షించుకుందాం. At the outset, I would like to congratulate the parade commander and all personnel who participated in the excellent march past and the mounted column also. Telangana state is developing rapidly thanks to the measures being initiated by my government, which is reflected in the first position it achieved in the ease of doing business rankings. The youngest state of Telangana today is often being referred to as the most happening state. We have completed 31 months in the government and our targets and priorities are now well defined. The needs of weaker sections are being addressed in right earnest and our planning and execution of the welfare programs for the poor is commendable. My government has launched a slew of flagship programs and initiatives. The success of schemes like Mission Bhagiratha, Mission Kakatiya have found an echo at the national level. The Niti Aayog and other state governments are admiring the Telangana model. Telangana is on its way to become a role model in the country, and overwhelming public support is driving my government to work with renewed dedication and energy. Honoring the promise of taking the administration to almost every doorstep, my government created 21 new districts on the auspicious occasion of Dashara 2016, taking the total number of districts to 31. The reorganization of the districts will enable the district administration to keep track of individual families and their progress, as the average number of families is around 3 lakhs in a district. It reflects my government's effort to take governance to the doorstep of the people. In order to optimally utilize the water from Godavari and Krishna rivers, and with an aim to irrigate 1 crore acres of agricultural land in the state, my government has taken up a number of irrigation projects. The notable projects are Kaleshwaram Lift Irrigation Project, Palamuru Lift Irrigation, Dindi Project, Sitaram Project, and Bhakta Ramadasu Lift Irrigation Project. A massive rupees 25,000 crore has been earmarked for construction of irrigation projects this year. My government is also proactively reaching out to the neighboring states to settle all issues concerning sharing of river water amicably. As part of this, an agreement was reached with the Maharashtra government and steps are being undertaken to construct the Kaleshwaram project on a war footing. Another innovative measure that is particularly aimed at improving the lot of the farming community and making their lives economically more meaningful is the vibrant Mission Kakatiya. It not only addresses a long-felt need, but will also bring to life the nearly 45,600 lakes and tanks in the state. Restoration works in nearly 9,000 lakes is planned each year over a period of 5 years. The program has won appreciation from several quarters and the Niti Aayog. My government has taken up the dream project of Mission Bhagiratha at a cost of nearly 42,000 crore. The hallmark of this first of its kind program is that it aims to provide safe drinking water through tap to every household in the state. The plan is to cover the 25,000 rural habitations by the end of 2018. This gigantic exercise has been segregated into 26 segments and takes into account the water needs of the entire population for the next 3 decades. The prestigious scheme was inaugurated by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi in Komati Banda village in Gajwel constituency in August last year, and he commended the effort. Due to the timely initiatives, the power sector has made significant progress, particularly in providing consumers with quality and uninterrupted power within a very short period. My government has initiated short, medium, and long-term measures to overcome the power problem. In its bid to make the state a power surplus one, the TS Genco has grounded thermal projects with an aggregated capacity of 5,800 megawatts. Solar power potential is also being harnessed in a very big way. The DISCOMs have also entered into an MOU with the Government of India to join in the Uday scheme to financially improve the power sector. Harita Haram project that is aimed at increasing the state's green cover from the present 25% to 33% is progressing extremely well. It was taken up in full swing in all the districts with a wholehearted participation of people from different walks of life. On July 11th last year, a record 29 lakh trees were planted in a single day as part of the Harita Haram initiative. My government aims to render justice to all sections of the society so that they can live with dignity and self-respect. Enhanced pension of rupees 1,000 per month are being given to old age people, widows, BD workers, weavers, toddy tappers, and AIDS patients, and up to rupees 1,500 per month for differently abled persons under the Asara scheme. Almost rupees 4,900 crore is being spent every year for 36 lakh beneficiaries. My government has initiated the construction of double-bedroom houses that will go a long way in fulfilling the dream of every deserving homeless poor. These houses are being constructed at a cost of rupees 5.04 lakh per unit in rural areas and rupees 5.30 lakh in urban areas and rupees 7 lakhs per unit in GHMC limits. The entire expenditure of the houses is being borne by the government. New Year Eve for the people of Eravalli and Narsannapetta villages was marked by their entry into these government-built double-bedroom houses after a mass housewarming ceremony in December last. In addition to the Kalyan Lakshmi and Shadi Mubarak schemes, which are being implemented by my government by providing financial assistance of rupees 51,000 at the time of marriage of girls from SC, ST, BC, minority and EBC community, a novel scheme for single women has been announced by my government. It has been decided to give a pension of rupees 1,000 per month to the helpless single women. My government is fully committed for the welfare of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. As part of the scheme to distribute 3 acres of land to Dalits, the government has so far distributed 9,663 acres of cultivable land estimated at rupees 405 crore to 3,671 Dalit families. Micro-irrigation scheme and cultivation through polyhouses with cent% subsidy is being implemented. Reservation system is introduced in the market committees for the first time in the country. This has led to 25 scheduled castes and 10 scheduled tribe farmers being elevated to the post of market committee chairpersons. My government has substantially increased the overseas scholarship for SC/ST students. To encourage SC/ST entrepreneurs, the state government has launched the Telangana State Program for Rapid Incubation of Dalit Entrepreneurs. My government has embarked upon establishing residential educational institutions on a massive scale as part of KG to PG free education. Coinciding with the 125th birth anniversary of Dr. B. Ambedkar, 103 residential schools for the SCs and 51 for the STs have been established. In addition to these, 200 residential schools were sanctioned for the minorities, out of which 71 have already started functioning. For the BCs, residential schools will be started in all the 119 assembly segments from the coming academic year in schools, and they will be named after Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, who worked for the uplift of the weaker sections. English would be the medium of study from 5th grade to intermediate in these schools. For creating proper infrastructure, giving nutritious food, books and uniforms, my government aims to spend nearly 1.25 lakhs each on each student. For the first time, the government has sanctioned 30 residential colleges for SC women. While 23 such colleges are functional, another 7 are expected to come up this academic year. My government has been providing Sanna Biyam fine rice to 5.9 lakh students studying in hostels since January 2015. Fine rice is also being supplied for midday meal scheme to benefit 35 lakh students. This scheme has been freshly extended to college hostels and minority hostels. Every month, a quantity of 1.75 lakh metric tons of rice is being distributed through the public distribution system for this purpose. To address the needs of Muslims and STs, the Sudhir Commission and Chellappa Commission were appointed to study the socio-economic and educational conditions of Muslims and STs. They have since submitted the reports to the government. My government has announced that it would take steps to provide reservations to scheduled tribes and Muslims in proportion to their population. Telangana state is known for its communal harmony and peaceful coexistence. This is precisely why Telangana culture is called a blend of Ganga Jamuna Tehzeeb. After the formation of Telangana states, sincere efforts were made to remove insecurity among the minorities, instill confidence among them, and protect their identity. For the welfare and development of minorities, a comprehensive plan has been prepared. As part of the welfare measures for minorities, the government is providing pre-metric and post-metric scholarship, fee reimbursement, overseas scholarships for those pursuing higher education abroad. Residential schools exclusively for the minorities being launched besides launching the Telangana State Program for Rapid Incubation of Minority Entrepreneurs scheme to encourage minority entrepreneurs. A special IT SEZ is also being launched in Hyderabad exclusively for the minority industrialists. As a symbol of communal harmony, the state government is celebrating Christmas and Ramzan as state festivals. New clothes are being given to more than 2 lakh poor Muslims and Christian families at the time of Ramzan and Christmas. My government has issued an order empowering local bodies to give permission for the construction of a church. In a path-breaking effort, my government is taking steps to develop Yadadri, Vemulavada, Jogulamba, Bhadradri, Dharmapuri, Basara temples in a big way to transform these places into major pilgrimage centers. A comprehensive master plan has been prepared and is being implemented for developing the Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Swami temple in Yadadri. It includes a 4-lane road from Raigiri to Yadadri, widening of other roads leading to Yadagiri Gutta, as well as construction of cottages, avenue plantations, lakes, supply of water to the temple and the town, and the construction of a Vedic school. My government is garnering resources and efforts to make Telangana a lead state in the country in terms of cashless transactions post-demonetization. Siddipet Assembly constituency has been taken up as a pilot project in this regard. Ibrahimpur village in the said constituency has already achieved the distinction of being the first village to go cashless in toto. As part of its efforts to control crime, the Telangana State Police is constantly upgrading its skills. Latest technologies are being extensively used in smart policing. Apart from using social media like Facebook, Twitter, and WhatsApp effectively, new services like Hawkeye, Lost Report, body-worn cameras, cashless challan system are being used to maximize services to citizens. Efforts are underway to establish a modern technology-based command and control center to ensure safety and security of the public. She teams have been deployed and are taking active action against eve teasers and countermeasures against women's harassment. My government has decided to take several steps for the welfare of army personnel or who have martyred for the nation or have been medically disabled, as well as those who have retired. Every year, the government will collect rupees 80 crore towards a corpus fund for this purpose, extending double pension scheme to retired army personnel and their widows, substantial increase of cash awards to gallantry awardees, strengthening the Sainik welfare boards both at the state and district levels are some of the measures in this regard. Apart from developing irrigation in a big way, my government has taken up a loan waiver for farmers. Out of the 4 installments of loan waiver amount of nearly rupees 17,000 crore, 3 installments have already been deposited into the bank account of farmers. Given the potential, my government is committed to develop pisciculture and aquaculture as a vibrant 5,000 crore industry. Studies are underway to map all these local resources towards preparation of a comprehensive policy for development of fisheries. Seedling development centers would be set up and marketing facilities will be improved by setting up technologically upgraded markets functioning under hygienic conditions. My government is also keen on establishing 2 colleges for study and research of fisheries. My government is supporting dairy farmers by providing cash incentive or rupees 4 per litre of milk for supplying milk to Telangana State Dairy Federation. To benefit lakhs of families living on sheep and goat rearing, my government will go for measures for large-scale sheep rearing and breeding. Telangana achieved the first position in the latest Ease of Doing Business rankings conducted by the Government of India and the World Bank, with a phenomenal 98.78% implementation rate. Aggressive reforms and path-breaking initiatives by my government have paved the way to reach the top, and that too in such a short time. A large part of the credit goes to the unique Telangana Industrial Project Approval and Self-Certification System, TS-IPAS, policy. It has become a talking point across the country and has attracted substantial investments into the state. The single window online clearance has helped attract huge investments into the state from within India and also from global giants. Nearly 3,000 industries have been given clearances with an investment of rupees 50,000 crore and to create about 2 lakh jobs. Substantial number of them have already gone into production. My government undertook major reforms in information technology sector by launching the new ICT policy as well as 4 supporting policies: electronics policy, image policy, innovation policy, and rural technology policy in April last year. This was aimed at augmenting growth in these sectors. As continuation of it, 4 more sectoral policies: data analytics, data centers, open data, and cyber security were unveiled later in September 2016. Hyderabad is now recognized as one of the leading information technology hubs globally. The growth in IT sector is 16%, which is 3% higher than the national growth average. Telangana government's T-Hub initiative to encourage startups and innovators has received national and global acclaim. My government is going ahead with phase 2 of the T-Hub, which is expected to be even larger. I am confident that in the near future, some of the innovators and their ideas from the T-Hub will reach the international arena. My government is also taking special interest in the development of Hyderabad into a world-class city and also other towns in the states. Our urban mission Bhagirath has been planned to ensure drinking water to all the villages within the ORR and also to the towns in the state. My government has taken special initiative in improving sanitation by giving 2,000 Swachh Autos and 44 lakh 2-colored bins to 22 lakh households in Hyderabad. My government has also put in extensive efforts to ensure that Krishna Phase 3 and Godavari Phase 1 are commissioned and adequate water supply provided to the city even in peak summer. Project to improve water supply in peripheral circles of the city is going on in full swing at a cost of rupees 1,900 crore. 2 reservoirs around the city are also planned to store 20 TMC water each to ensure reliable water supply in the future. Musi River, which used to be the lifeline of Hyderabad, is now totally polluted. My government is taking action to set up an SPV for ensuring coordinated and speedy rejuvenation of the river. Similarly, the much-awaited metro rail is expected to go operational this year. రాష్ట్రంలో అనేక పథకాలు ప్రజా సంక్షేమ దిశగా అమలు చేస్తున్నాం. ఇకపై రాబోయే రోజుల్లో కూడా 50 మంది తెలంగాణ ప్రజలు ఆనందంగా ఉండేందుకు సుఖశాంతులతో తృప్తిగా జీవనం గడిపేందుకు తగిన పథకాలు ప్రణాళికలు రూపొస్తుందని నేను హామీ ఇస్తున్నాను. ప్రజాస్వామ్యంలో నేను నీవు అనే ఒక వాక్యం లేదు. అక్కడ ఒకటి ఉన్నది, అది మనం. అంటే ప్రజాస్వామ్యంలో అందరూ భాగస్థులు చేయాలి. నేను నీవు అని లేకుండా ఇది మన రాష్ట్రం అని అందరు భాగస్వామ్యం ఉంటే అందరికీ అన్ని సుఖాలు అన్ని సంతోషాలు వస్తుంది నా నమ్మకం. తెలంగాణ ప్రజా సంక్షేమం కోసం అవసరమైన అన్ని చర్యలు నా ప్రభుత్వం తీసుకుంటుందని గట్టి నమ్మకం నాకు ఉంది. ఎట్టేటి పరిస్థితుల్లోని ఈ విషయంలోని రాజీ పడబోమని హామీ ఇస్తున్నాను. అందరికీ మరోమారు గణతంత్ర దినోత్సవ శుభాకాంక్షలు. జై హింద్.
హైదరాబాద్ సికింద్రాబాద్ పరేడ్ గ్రౌండ్స్ లో జరుగుతున్న గణతంత్ర వేడుకల్లో గవర్నర్ నరసింహన్ పాల్గొని రాష్ట్ర అభివృద్ధి కోసం ప్రభుత్వం ఏం చేస్తోందో వివరించారు.